Hi guys. It is Tuesday the 4th. Yeah. It is the first day that there are students at the school that I work at. So it's my first day back on night shift. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I was kind of working with myself. Oh, my hair ties are still wet. I try not to put my hair up with wet hair ties because I don't know. It's like a thing that I've got. Try not to put my hair up while it's wet. Try not to put it up with wet hair ties. I don't know. I think it's because I spent so much time of my life with my hair up while I was in the military. Anyway, first day back, a night shift. During the summer, I was going to bed around, terrorist. Going to bed around 9 o'clock. Usually falling asleep around 11 or so. But 9 o'clock is when I was making sure that I was in bed. Mellowed out. Anyway, just to have a routine for the summer. But now I don't get to go to bed until about midnight because I get off work at 11:15 plus another 20-minute drive home. So snooze that. It's like now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I get to struggle with sorting out my sleep cycle again. I think it might be okay, but like my big thing is sleeping in enough right now because this cat's alarm clock is like 5 o'clock in the morning. So that is when she's up and moving around, and if she disturbs me, I'll roll over, and then as soon as I move, I become a toy for her. Yeah. So it'll be an interesting time as she gets older and sleeps better. Let's see what else is going on. So that means I also have to resort out what time I take my meds, because it's kind of gotten into my habit of when I wake up, I take my meds, my ADD meds, and then I move on through my day. And then I had a schedule of what time I would take the second dose while at work. She's climbing my legs. I suppose this is probably something I should break her of, because she tried to do it while I was wearing shorts. And that was awful. Stop. Get some socks. So, sorting out when to take my meds, so that my meds are mostly worn off by like 9:30, 11 o'clock at night, because they are a stimulant. And I find that if I have too much of my Adderall medication going through my system, I find it hard to go to sleep. And one of the things with my seasonal depression is that my sleep is very important to maintain like a good circadian rhythm, which means being awake while it's light and asleep while it's dark. That way I can, my depression is seasonal depression, so it's based on light anyway. And so I have to sort out when to take my meds so that they're worn out pretty much by the end of my shift, so that my wind down time, take a rinse off shower, because I deal with garbage and bathrooms and things. Otherwise I've got like a vacuum strapped to my back, and that's hot and sweaty, and so I have to sort that out. So anyway, so I woke up this morning and my first instinct was to take my meds. That was around like 9. No, I woke up earlier than that. I was moving around by 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not gonna bode well for this evening. I'll be pretty tuckered, tired. Yeah. I already feel pretty frazzled. So the guy that I was co-working with on the night shift, he got a job at another school district, which is cool for him. He gets like a 2-cent raise, 2 cents per hour raise. I guess that goes to show that our school district is fairly competitive for custodial staff. Anyway, it's only a fly. Okay. She keeps finding flying things, and it seems that a lot of them have been bees. No, not bees, yellow jackets, which is like a hornet. I caught her a couple times trying to eat a hornet. That would have been problematic because she's so tiny. I don't think she even weighs like a full pound. Maybe barely a full pound. But anyway. Yeah, I feel really super scattered right now because my routine is messed up. Snooze. So it is 2:10. I leave at 2:15, 2:30, and clock in at 2:45 is my summer routine. That way I've got 15 minutes of overlap with the day shift to find out what's going on for the day. Bring his sweatshirt because it's been chilly at night. I do have to go to the auto parts store. I ordered a part. I don't know if I talked about this or not. So I've got some maintenance stuff that I have to do to my car. All of it is things that I could technically do if I had tools and a space to do it. And, changing my oil. I've done that. Flushing my radiator. I've done that. Change my thermostat. I've done that. Things like that. Anyway, so I've ordered all of the parts and fluids. Almost all the parts and fluids for all of that. So I've got oil filter, fuel filter, thermostat, radiator fluids, and now I get to go pick up my serpentine belt because while you've got it pulled off, might as well replace it, especially since it's been over a year since I replaced it. It was 2 springs back, 2 falls back. It's been over a year for sure. And so that's one thing I don't want to break is the belts in your car. I have a plastic fan, so I don't want that to get shattered by a belt because that would just be ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of it. Just sort of an update. Moving back to night shift. Gonna see how that goes. I mean, not like I have a choice. Get back into a swing of night shift, taking of my meds. I think part of wanting to take my meds so early was because they really do help me to get things done. Once I take my meds, I find that, it's almost like my apartment cleans itself because while I'm walking around, I'll pick up something and put it in the garbage, or I'll pick up something and put it in the sink, and it's not effortful like it is when I'm not medicated. When I am not medicated, it's a super mindful, intentional task to even clean up as I go. double check that the stove is off. Stove is off. Okay. So, as I'm gonna cut this off, go get my parts, and get ready to start my day. Yay, fun. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.